3, 2, 1.
Hello. Welcome to McGregor and Adrian's movie podcast. I'm your host, McGregor Lakes. Today we'll be looking over two movies that I couldn't find the decency to come up with an intro for.
Dude, you guys should have seen the goal this guy came up with. He didn't have the balls to really.
I did come up with an intro that was perhaps.
We're not going to talk about it because it's political and that's against the rule. That's against the rules of the podcast.
Yeah, it was too political.
It was about how orange Donald Trump is. We can't go there.
Yeah, I didn't.
He didn't make an actual statement on the state of the world. He didn't.
Right.
This is an inside joke. Do you have movie news?
Yeah. Let's go over a bit of movie news. It's been a little bit since we last saw each other. We had to take a little week off. I had to run some errands. But something that kind of came up during our bye week was they announced that what studio? I don't know what studio it is, but they're making 4 Beatles biopics.
Yeah.
All told from the perspective of a different member.
All my fucking takes on this are Twitter jokes.
Directed by Sam Mendes. I mean, how many Sam Mendes movies have you seen?
I know he did the James Bond or some shit like that. And
yeah, let me pull.
There's one that I did watch in theaters, and I didn't know it was hit by him until after I saw it. I feel like he's good for that.
He made 1917.
Yeah, I'm very much against that one.
God, what a rough one.
Worst Dunkirk. Very bad version of Dunkirk.
He made Skyfall, which I liked Skyfall a lot.
That's a James Bond one, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty good Bond movie, I'd say.
Yeah.
But then he made Spectre, which was kind of a bad Bond movie. He's kind of like hit and miss. He really.
Where did he cut his teeth? Was it like one breakout thing?
His first movie was American Beauty, that Kevin Spacey one.
I hear people reference that all the time.
Yeah, people like that one, but I haven't seen it personally.
Yeah, me neither. But I don't know. Let's talk about 1917 again. Let's get a movie review in real quick. What a bullshit fucking stupid ass dumbass gimmick, bro.
If you're gonna do the one shot thing, dude. Actually do it.
Yeah, dude, they just cut. They just cut in the middle. Like, okay, I guess it's nighttime now.
Halfway through.
Dude, what are we and that was Barry Keoghan, right? Wasn't he?
No. The dude. I forget his name, but he's in other stuff.
They both look extremely British, Irish, or whatever. Yes. United Kingdom-ish.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know. But let me gush about I fucking love Dunkirk. Dunkirk makes war seem so real and scary, and that's why I compare them because they're both trying to go for the same thing. And 1917 it's so
1917 makes it feel like a video game.
Boring, dude. God bless.
All right, we're ranking. Okay, we got.
I'll fucking review 1917 for 3 hours straight, but
but to get back to the news, just to be tight about this Beatles thing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you think it do you think it has potential to be good?
I respect the Beatles as a guy that has listened to music before, but they I don't know, their music just, or they're the Beatles aura.
Yeah.
Doesn't entice me the way that it does for so many people. It's they're just 4 boring British guys, and fucking John Lennon's girlfriend was annoying. That's a funny clip from the Bill Burr podcast.
Okay, so it's Sony and Apple.
Dude, Sony. Well, yeah, Sony made one of the movies.
Or no, I think it's Apple, the Beatles company. So not Apple, but Sony's making it.
Is it gonna be they're gonna release the least popular member of the Beatles first year, then a year later the second least popular? Are they gonna do
I don't think they've said anything outside of they're making 4 Beatles movies and Sam Mendes is the guy who's gonna be doing it.
Yeah.
I think everything else is conjecture, but with kind of how everything else has been going by the way of recent biopics, I don't know if you've interacted much with the recent string of popular biopics the Bohemian Rhapsody or the Rocket Man.
I love Rocket Man. Rocket Man is I'm just a big Elton John head, dude. Yeah. I fucking love Rocket Man. And it's the same.
I kind of can't stand any of them.
Yeah, they're really the Dewey Cox story. That one kind of like.
Well, that's a parody.
I'm just saying it was a parody from like 2008 or something like that, and then there was like 5 different movies after that like still did the same trope. They just like the Dewey Cox parody, like it's like kind of like that Western movie, the parody Western movie, the fucking black guy, Gene Wilder,
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. It's like it's the same for that. It's the same, like it did the same thing that Blazing Saddles did for the Western genre, for the fucking like musical biopic genre, where it was like, oh, he falls into drugs at one point and they make a joke about that, and like after that you can't really make musical biopics, but they kind of continued to anyway, and it's weird because like, dude, the Dewey Cox story, I love Rocket Man, but like it follows it like beat by beat, like all the things they make jokes about, like this is this point where you're supposed to like start doing pills now. It's like they do that in Rocket Man, but I don't know, something weird about it that I still like Rocket Man because the music still gets me and I still get hypnoptized by the musical artists that I love. I don't know. What were we talking about?
It's pretty gay.
Yeah. Elton John is the man, bro.
You like Elton John?
My straight king Donald Trump loves him.
A little too much Elton John, I might say. But no, I'm just kind of sick of this current turn of biopics. They all look terrible, and the ones I've seen briefly on like airplanes and shit have all been fucking awful. And to be frank, I don't think Sam Mendes has like any sort of like deep layered thoughts. At least not now. I haven't seen his earlier stuff that people tend to like.
That's an interesting thought as well, because like there are like people who are like, there are like music, like directors that are like very good at like making a movie around like good musical direction, and like Damien Chazelle, the person that I dick ride all the time for Whiplash. Like that shit is so cool. Like the way he like edited the shots around like dun 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 dun, and like every shot cuts like right whenever the musical like right whenever the drum beat hits or something like that. And like I don't know, does Sam Mendes like know music to that extent? Like know music as well as Damien Chazelle knows it? And like is it gonna be like someone like if he's making a Beatles biopic, is he gonna like do it justice for how good the music is and like how like good of directing choices you could make? I don't know. Hard as. Am I being stupid with that?
No, I think the problem is like, are they gonna play it safe? You know, are they gonna like be incredibly respectful to estates and you know, the truth, quote unquote, or are they gonna like, you know, try to have fun with it? You know,
like which one out of those two would you think was like the worst choice? Like, what do you mean?
I just think to me, like a good like biopic of a person has like a goal in mind.
Yeah, they're like
outside of just let's tell the story.
Yeah.
Because you can look up this, you can read a Wikipedia article and get the A to Z
for sure
fucking events as they happened.
How many Beatles are alive? You could like talk
half of them. You can ask
those guys,
them. Yeah, you go on the street and be like, "Hey, Ringo,
what happened at this?
Did you have sex with John?
Yeah. Did you guys suck each other at one time?
Well, hey Paul McCartney, what happened to you and George Harrison in Hamburg, Germany in 1962? I want to know."
My uncle said he was part of it.
Yeah. You could do that, but what I want like a good biopic to do is like make a principled, even if it's like wrong and I disagree with it, statement about like the artist or the body of work,
for sure,
or things or certain events that have been reported about it, just to have a clear goal in mind. And I think unfortunately these movies, just because it's like, you know, big studio and it's this director who seems to be very, I don't know, lost his edge, I guess. I think they're just going to play it very safe.
Probably, yeah.
You know, just like focus on the melodrama of the tragedy of the Beatles as opposed to like trying to surmise anything from it.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Like they're definitely just like hiring Sam Mendes for like a name, like the name.
Yeah, he can reliably make a big movie and not have it look terrible, right? Because all his movies are deceptively like nice looking.
Yeah, like beautiful. Yeah, it's like even though I'm bored as hell, it's like God damn, that was beautiful.
He can frame stuff and like have some kind of imagery. It's all like very surface, but you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the Beatles, on the future Beatles biopics.
Yeah. Oh, I'll probably. I don't know. We can fucking recommend it later in the shit. But,
Yeah, when we're still doing this.
Yeah, when we're definitely still doing this. When we're definitely haven't lost steam.
When we're in our Patreon mansions.
Yes, dude.
When we're in our compound.
Please donate to the Patreon that we're gonna start eventually. Let's move on to movies. Did we say we're gonna do Argylle first?
We're gonna do Argylle first.
Argylle first. So Argylle.
We're gonna talk Argylle.
Directed by Matthew Vaughn. Did he make a
Matthew Vaughn made the Kingsman movies.
Yeah, that's why.
He also made X-Men First Class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's kind of a storied guy, and
he's got Bryce Dallas Howard's thick ass, Sam Rockwell.
God.
I'm trying not to be the horny guy, bro, but I am a horny guy.
Just every time, it's just like it's not even that like it's horny. It's just that anytime someone mentions a woman's name, your first thought is like, "What's her body like?" It's like,
she's not right for the role, bro. I'm like an old school movie producer. But yeah, we got Henry Cavill, Sam Rockwell, Bryce Dallas Howard. That was the most fun part of this movie is the revelation of big name stars. After a while, you get, oh my god, Walter White's in here. Like, oh my god, Samuel Jackson's in here.
I don't know, man.
That was the biggest draw of this movie for me.
Pretty sick of this movie from the drop.
That was the highlight for me.
Well, to me, the like popping up of celebrities.
Yeah.
You could the star-studded cast.
Yeah.
You could so clearly tell that it was like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, we got this guy. He's this character.
They presented him like so triumphantly every time they like first got on screen.
Yeah.
It was like the score was like so like I hate saying this, but paint by numbers. It was like like we just needed like a triumphant score at this time. We needed the sad score at this time, and I don't know.
Let's just open with.
Go ahead.
This is the worst movie I've seen all year.
Other than the movie we're gonna talk about later, because
for real.
Damn. But
this movie is terrible. Like, it has no redeeming qualities. Nothing it does like assumes any like form or opinion. It's not visually striking in any way. It just kind of exists. It happens. It feels spineless at many points.
For sure.
Like, it just doesn't. It's not confident. It's like I'm watching like a plastic like dome just accidentally like someone blew on it and then it fell over.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, what is like, it's just sad. It sucks.
Yeah,
it really sucks. And it's not funny. It's not so bad. It's so bad that I feel like I was pulling teeth. I am offended that this is almost 2.5 hours long.
Oh man, yeah, the pacing is fucking.
I can't. There were multiple points where you were like, you could just cut this out.
Yeah, dude.
You could take an hour out of this movie and keep the entire plot.
I was scared to talk about this movie, dude, because like I watched it like maybe 5 hours ago, and I'm struggling to remember things about it, but like the pace. I don't know.
Let's talk about what happens in the movie, just so everyone can understand, just in the writing, just how terrible the writing is. So the plot is Bryce Dallas Howard plays a novelist, a spy novelist, who is called Argylle, and the main character of her novel.
No, not yet. Her name is like something.
No,
her novel
books,
was my bad.
Yeah.
I thought you said her name was Argylle. No. Not yet.
And the main character is Argylle, and it's his exploits as a spy. And the big the reason she's a famous spy novelist is because it seems all of her books are accurate and like predict what happens in the actual spy world.
Maybe this is a good movie.
No. But then when she goes on a trip to her parents' house on a train, she's met by Sam Rockwell, who is a secret spy. And he's like, hey, they're coming for you because the spy agency that you based your evil spy agency on thinks you've got the key to the next event and they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
And so they do a bunch of spy bullshit, and then eventually we learn that she is actually Agent Argylle.
Dude.
And she was brainwashed.
This movie has like such like a weird thing it relies on of like it talks about early in the movie is like you can't trust anyone. Anyone could act as bad as possible, and they like try to like use like that as a like story writing like escape device like someone I guess you didn't know the mother for that long, but like it doesn't matter like how good these actors are like conveying that they're actually good people, like they're like no matter what they've done like but at like a certain point someone could betray you. Like they like there's so many times in this movie it's like, oh, this guy was a bad guy because everyone can trick anyone. And it's,
the tagline of the movie and the line that is repeated all the time is the bigger the spy, the bigger the lie. Which is like not true.
Yeah. It's like, is there a big lie? Like, is it like
being a good spy isn't necessarily you have crafted such an intricate lie that no one can get you now.
Yeah.
Just like the whole plot of the bad guys capture Bryce Dallas Howard, and then instead of like killing her or doing whatever, they just brainwash her into. It's just such a stupid idea.
Wait, did they not like? Did they? Oh, they. I don't even care enough to like figure out what this movie is about. But did they? So like she was a smart agent, and then she got injured, and then she woke up with amnesia, and they retrained her to be like on their side, and then
not even be on their side. They trained her to be a nobody who wrote novels. They didn't train her to help them in any way, shape, or they just wasted money.
Why? Yeah. Why did they send like this the head of why
not put her in a prison?
They like sent like instead of like running like meetings and shit like that, they sent like the head of like the CIA or the girl from the woman from Home Alone. They like sent her to be her mother. Like used all those resources to.
Yeah, the head of the agency is like, I'm gonna pretend to be her dad.
Yeah, it's like this is my job.
Is my additional...
I'm the only one who can do this job.
I'm gonna take that responsibility in addition to owning the largest spy organization in the world.
Yeah, it was like so funny how many like I wish I could remember the word, but like they just like kept dropping like CIA lingo and just like
stupid spy lingo.
Like, oh yeah,
they mentioned MK Ultra.
Yeah,
and it's like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're just like
you don't know what that is.
You're not introducing like any new ideas right now. You're just like saying things to make. But the having the cat like sit there and or just be like a plot point like. Whenever she's getting it, or like she can't go back to rescue the cat because
they use the cat to,
and then like they use Ex Machina at the end.
There's no real conflict in the movie, so they use the cat to like create speed bumps that the characters have to overcome because they do like I don't think they know how to like create conflict where like actual stakes are at play because I don't know.
Do you like that murder mystery? I'm blanking on names right now. Knives Out. Do you like that movie?
I like the first Knives Out.
Yeah, the first one's good. I feel like this could have been like a good like old spy novel like brought into the modern world. I feel like if they like weren't so like bullshitty about it and just like hitting like paint by numbers beats the entire time, they could have like gotten something fun out of this. But this was just so fucking boring, bro. It was just like all the actors were here to get a paycheck. None of them believed in it. Like there's not like a performance that stands out to me particularly. Like none of the jokes were funny. None of the deliveries were funny or anything like that.
Yeah, and all the stuff I remember, just the stuff that it's like, how did we get here?
Yes.
There's a sequence, where Bryce Dallas Howard and Sam Rockwell are having a shootout with a bunch of bad guys. Inside of a facility, and they keep shooting these oil tankers, and crude oil just spills out onto the floor. And so everyone has to stop because they can't walk and shoot the crude oil, even though they shot the tanks.
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
God, ice skates over.
Yeah.
Bro.
So we'll get there. So Bryce Dallas Howard and Sam Rockwell are cornered, kind of like, you know, but then so this is after Bryce Dallas Howard comes to terms with the fact that she is the secret agent Argylle, but she's like, hey, what about like my brainwash memories, were those real? And Sam Rockwell's like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, I remembered I was an ice skater. Am I an ice skater? And he goes, yeah, you're an ice skater. And so,
yeah, that was like right whenever it came back. I was like, oh, I have an idea.
And so she whips out knives and attaches them to her boots, and then puts a bayonet on a gun, and then she just starts ice skating through the crude oil, stabbing the bad guys.
It was like such ugly
like,
CGI, dude.
That was like
so gross to look at.
That was like an AI generated idea.
Oh my god!
Like, there's just so many things in there that, like, I don't know. Like, you just, I feel like if I said that out loud as I was like trying to make a scene, I'd be like, oh, that was really stupid. You know, like nobody stopped anybody here.
Yeah.
They just. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like there's, like you said earlier, there's like zero consequences. Like she can just beat up like 10 guys. Like even me, like me as a grown man, like against 10 guys, like I'm gonna lose. Like there's like they try to like balance like between like realistic, like there was like a part where it was like very sad, where she was like, oh, I'm so alone. I don't know my parents. Like I don't know my parents or whatever, and like I'm alone as hell. But just like they try to like have that be like a super nice emotional beat, but like the entire thing is like silly. They try to like balance like Austin Powers level like quirkiness with like, I don't know, like a Austin Powers with like what they had, and they had like a very like stupid emotional scene in the very middle. But
yeah,
I don't know. This movie just like they really did not understand the tone they were going for. They just like hoped the celebrities would drive people to theaters. Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, I just, and it's also like fully heartless. I mean, did you stay to the end credits scene? Mm-mm. So the end credits scene is a tie-in with the Kingsman.
Oh. I haven't seen.
Crazy that you reacted positively to that.
I respect the Kingsman scenes because Family Guy parodied them. But go ahead.
What the fuck are you saying, man?
You don't get me, bro. You don't get me.
I don't.
I
really don't.
I should have never started a podcast with this guy.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
But so there's just a scene where like one of the agents goes to a Kingsman bar and he's like, "Give me a gun," and they give him a gun and they're like, "Welcome to the Kingsman."
Oh, okay.
And it's just like, okay, so this was like, so they're trying to make like a Kingsman cinematic universe or whatever.
Totally, dude. There's Sony, or wait, no, that's Sony's. Wait, you said Sony produced this too, right?
Yeah. I don't know who made Argylle or produced it.
Wait, didn't you say earlier that it was like Sony and?
That was the Beatles.
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, yeah. Like if this is like anywhere attached in like the corporate like spider web of like people that have been attached to, not to make a reference to Spider-Man, but the like all corporations are in cahoots, and I feel like if a cinematic universe works for these guys, they'll definitely go for it. I'm just saying.
Well, it's not. I mean, think about what Argylle is as a product.
Did this movie make money?
No, of course not.
Oh, it didn't?
Nobody fucking watched this shit,
dude, man. Like, there are so many movies that I fucking hate that have made money. I would not be surprised if this one got up there.
I mean, just even think about the last two Kingsman movies and how terrible they were.
I haven't seen them, but I've watched like scenes.
The first one is fine, I guess. It's fun.
I like Taron Egerton because of Rocket Man.
The other two are just so dog shit, and this movie is so dog shit. Like they just backed the wrong fucking horse. I have no.
It definitely like. Oh wait, is this King? What the fuck? Oh, never mind.
I have no reason to like Matthew Vaughn on any level, and I just think this was just a terrible idea on every level.
Yeah, it was definitely like a studio name drop.
Yeah.
Like just like have names and like have like reasons in the story for us to get to those names.
Yeah, I mean it was just a genuine waste of time and money. Like I like it's just like it just sucks to watch a movie and then it's like, okay, there was no reason I should have watched this.
Yeah. I don't know. You got any other takes on Argylle?
That's about as much into Argylle as I can get, I think.
Alright. But yeah, I'll give it a.
Oh, if we wanted to look at some Letterboxd reviews.
Oh yeah, let's. We got a new segment on each review. Or each recommended review. We're gonna look at the Letterboxd things. You got it.
We're gonna do some 5-star reviews of Argylle because we believe in impartiality.
Mm-hmm.
We believe in unbiased review. You know, so we want to know what people who like this movie think. You know, because maybe they have some compelling arguments about the ice skating through crude oil.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's actually scientifically feasible.
Maybe that was unexpected. Maybe that meant something.
So here's a 5-star review from Argylle, who asks if at some point in the future her books would have turned homoerotic. Because I don't know if you remember this. The book version of her real life, the spy partnership.
Oh yeah.
Between Argylle and the other guy.
She was Argylle.
She was Argylle, and Sam Rockwell was her boyfriend.
Damn, they should have let her.
So like this person's like excited that in the fake world where there would be more Argylle movies, and therefore more fake Argylle books.
This is probably the next book.
John Cena and Henry Cavill would have had gay sex, and that's why they gave this movie 5 stars.
That dude, I am turned around completely.
Yeah, man.
This is a fanfic. This is this is the 5th book, dude. Or this is the next. I don't know. That's funny as fuck. I like. Maybe Letterboxd isn't so bad.
So here's another 5-star Argylle review from Natnat53. Should we be naming these people?
I can give credit.
So they have 2 bullet points. Number 1. Great googly moogly. Number 2, comparing Samuel L. Jackson to a Scottish cat. Genius. That was it.
Wait, he was Argylle? Or he was Artie?
What?
He was Artie.
Alfie. The cat?
I can't remember this movie. I watched it so earlier today, but...
You can't remember this movie because you watched it today.
I watched it today. That's just a testament to how brutally boring this movie is. But,
well, let's see if I can find a funny one.
Go ahead.
Someone just gave it 5 stars and said, "I'm lying."
That's good. That's good. Letterboxd.
Yeah, most of these are just people calling the stars of the movie hot. So you know.
Yeah, that they got what they wanted, dude.
You know, yeah. If you watch movies for the purpose of getting an awkward boner in a theater for 2.5 hours.
Hey, more power to you.
This movie is
more
great
power to
for you, okay? And you know what? Don't listen to us. If that's what you need in life to get ahead, it's tough, right? You know, there's a lot going on in this world. If you gotta sit in a theater rubbing your thighs together watching PG-13 action,
then
Argylle is a good movie. That is true.
Hey, you know what? Another movie I could recommend for you if you like that?
What is that?
Madam Web.
Oh.
2014. If you wanna transition.
Madam Web.
Pro podcaster here, but Madam Web, directed by S.J. Clarkson.
Who I have not heard of.
Let's check some of that shit out here. Let's go. Anatomy. Oh shit! I thought it said Anatomy of a Fall.
It's all TV.
Succession. She directed an episode of Succession. That's pretty cool.
Episode of Succession and a couple episodes of Jessica Jones.
Orange is the New Black. I like
Orange
that.
is the New Black.
She got an 8 on that one. She's got like some pretty good like episode director reviews.
Yeah, but it's all TV, which is interesting.
Don't.
This is like her feature film debut.
As an episode, you got to be a good director to get a good IMDb rating on an episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got any opening thoughts on that? I
just think it's an interesting person to give Blockbuster.
It's so weird, yeah.
Let's go back to
what's the decision
the other people involved in Madam Web.
What are we doing?
3 writers. Anyway, so it stars.
There's got to be more. There's no way there's not like less than 6 writers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 writers, dude. Like, jeez. This is like a company project
made by the fucking committee, man.
Yeah, there is zero chance like anyone had like one vision for this movie.
Yeah. Now, Madam Web. Just to get my first thoughts out there.
Go ahead.
Probably as bad as any movie of this scale can ever get.
Dude.
But so funny.
Dude, yeah.
This movie was hilarious. Because almost for the same reasons I hate Argylle. Because nobody cared to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of, like, you know, just doing generic phoning it in, you can just see the hate on the screen.
Yeah.
You can just feel it. All the actors just delivering all their lines with, like, this kind of air of contempt.
Yeah, they just, like, know the dialogue.
It makes every emotional beat hilarious.
Yeah.
There are multiple scenes that are supposed to be these, like, kind of, like, gut punches of tragedy about, like, Dakota Johnson's dead mom and her relationship with, like, a lack of a mother. Like, there's supposed to be a whole growth of Dakota Johnson's character. But Dakota Johnson doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So she's just like, you never hated me? Just the delivery. And, just, like, nothing happens in this movie. Like, compared to, like, you know, like, other superhero flicks.
It's very weird because, like, in, like, a normal, like, Marvel movie, Sony movie, even, like, superhero movie, they would have, like, that beginning scene where, like, they all had spider powers and, like, they were, like, jumping on the wall and shit like that. Like, that would be, like, the final scene where they kill the guy. But, like, what the... Like, we're just not going to do that? They're not going to be actual superheroes?
It's funny that, I guess...
We're not ever going to see that? Like, this movie does nothing. It doesn't even do, like, fan service,
Is this movie trying to be, like, Unbreakable or something?
Probably.
Like, it's trying to be, like, a toned-down take on the superhero flick.
If they just, like... like, I just want to meet these people. I just want to meet the executives that are just, like... made these
I want to read the like transcription of the meetings here, you know, the film specs or whatever.
I just want to pick their brains, bro. We gotta have them on the podcast. Hey, Sony executives, come on the pod.
like they heard the judgment that, like, you know, all these Marvel, all these Sony superhero movies, it's all just a bunch of like PS4 graphic action set pieces.
Yeah.
They're like, well, what if there was no action set piece actually?
Yeah.
what if you see a costumed hero or supervillain for collectively 23 minutes?
What do you
screen time?
What do you think about, like, the fucking, like, the out of left field just, like, action sequence, like her having, like, 3 versions of herself to go, like, fix this? Like, dude, what the fuck are we talking about right now? What part of like, what comic is this from? Is this from a comic or something?
Yeah, every decision feels...
Jesus Christ.
Every decision here, every twist feels surprising in a way, like, Argyle's decisions felt exhausting. Like, every time there was a twist in Argylle, you're like, fuck, we're going to London now?
Yeah.
God, I just want to be at the end of the tunnel. But anytime like, when fucking Dakota Johnson went to Peru and left the girls alone, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Wait, I can't remember this movie. When did you go to Peru? It's got a 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb. When did you go to Peru? I don't feel bad about forgetting this movie.
She went to Peru, like, before the big, like, thing at the fireworks factory. She went to learn about her powers. She got unlocked by the native guy.
Why did she go? God damn it, bro.
He plunged her in the water and she had a vision, man. It was powerful.
Yeah. Very, very memorable.
Yeah. I also like that you were joking about being a horn dog for Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
She plays like a 16-year-old in this movie.
That's the thing about it. Like, I was thinking about saying for this episode, like I don't want to be like a horny guy, but like the scene where they were like they were doing like the
CPR.
The CPR, dude. It was like, what are we like? There was nothing to it, dude. It's
right,
like,
yeah. That
is
movie,
this supposed to be like...
That moment was like...
And it was like, Sydney Sweeney was the one to go last. She was like the finale.
I don't even think she went. I think they skipped her. I didn't see her do it.
I made sure... No, I just knew she went last. Maybe they cut after that. But like, there was just like 4 hot women.
Yeah.
Like, was that just like fan service? Is this like... I don't know. That's like a genuine critique. I'm not trying to be the horny guy. But
I feel like this movie, like, everyone was just like, oh, this is going to suck, so let's just suck at this. Like I feel like everything that feels out of place almost feels like it was done on, like, with malicious purpose, you know?
Did you, were you into the, like, Morbius hype?
Like the meme?
Yeah, I know like a lot of like movie like YouTube critics like critique this movie based on like they're only making it because of like the Morbius like meme hype. A lot of people went to go see Morbius because they knew it was gonna be shitty, and like they kind of like this kind of like a lot of people think that this feels like another attempt at like capturing that, because they did release Morbius, like they did re-release Morbius like after the meme hype died down.
But that failed.
Yeah, but maybe this was like already in production by the time that they didn't know that failed. Like, do you think like this might be, because like there seems nothing to this. Like, what were the executive
just the vibe I got is that like, okay, I think Sony as a company quite likes their movies and is stupidly baffled by their failures. So I think they were like, make Madam Web. We need to make money. We need to compete with Marvel and DC.
Mm-hmm.
Get to it. And everyone making the movie was like, God.
Yeah.
What a pain. So they were like, let's fuck around with it, you know? Of course, there's nothing that proves that. I'm just, kind of like, just on vibes alone.
Yeah.
You know? Just like the way Dakota Johnson, like, delivers all of her lines with as little human emotion as is required of her.
She is fucking.
It's like there's no way they could have allowed that if at least enough people in the crew and the studio were like also like about it, you know, and we're like also fucking over it.
There's
right?
Like
this must be like this must be like fatigue. This is like a mutiny. This is like the last fucking U-boat or something, you know?
Dude, like every single person here is like here to collect a check. Like the actors to the director to the producers, like no one here is like trying to make art. They're just here to like, I'm gonna get paid this much.
But it like turns what would have been like the most boring milquetoast superhero movie of all time.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Into something that is like captivatingly hilarious.
It is pretty timeless.
There's a moment.
For that reason.
Okay, here's my favorite part of the movie ever. Is after Dakota Johnson, who plays Madam Web, who is a woman who can see into the future. That's her superpower. Yeah. After the big conflict, it wasn't really a fight. They were mostly just like avoiding a guy until the authorities could arrive.
Yeah.
That was kind of their whole thing. After that, she gets blinded in the kerfuffle. And also paralyzed.
I cannot remember this movie for the fucking life of me. Jesus Christ, this movie sucked, dude. This movie was so bad.
But it's so funny. It's so memorable.
Oh, it was like so angrily funny to me.
No, but there's this moment after she gets out of the hospital where she like now only sees in the future because she's been blinded and paralyzed. So she's in like a wheelchair, and like the only thing she sees is like, so she's like just like constantly looking at scenarios and stuff. So then, by the way, her coworker is Uncle Ben from the Spider-Man world, right? So that's like canonically who he is.
Wait, we referenced that on the last episode, or one of those episodes. Did he ended up saying the
he didn't say it. Someone else did it. That they like do a version of it. That's another funny deal.
Yeah, go ahead.
But so Ben Parker is like her paramedic partner. They work as paramedic.
Yeah.
So after the big fight, she's like blind and she's like now just like seeing the future, and just like there's a complete change of mood. It like just goes full comedy where she just like doesn't give a fuck and she's saying crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like there were they just had Peter Parker had just been born. That is a thing that happened.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And Dakota was asking one of the girls that she adopts, like, "Hey, how's Ben treating being an uncle?" They're like, "Oh, he's just happy that he gets all of the fun parts, none of the responsibilities." And then she says, "Like, I think he will be surprised," referencing that she was aware that both his brother and his sister-in-law were gonna die.
Dude.
like she just knows that and she doesn't reveal that. She just says, "Oh, I think he's in
like,
for a surprise."
She's like the most like snarky like smirk you've ever
That's
seen.
so incendiary, right? Like you don't put that in a superhero movie that you think is gonna do.
Yeah,
that,
it's like a
right. Like that's like an anti-universe thing, right? To just
it's like an office moment. And
yeah. Because she's like supposed to be a hero. She's like the hero in this. It's her origin story as a hero, and she's just like, oh yeah, this guy's brother and sister-in-law are going to die in a car crash, and then he will be forced to adopt his nephew.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna deliver it like a joke. Like it was just so funny.
It's like, please give this speech later.
It was so
please tell him this later.
Funny, dude. I laughed so hard, man. God, I was cracking up, man.
I don't know. Or
I can't believe you didn't remember that.
This
you just gotta open your heart.
I watched the Scream rip because I don't want to support Sony either. Besides Marvel, I know like Marvel or Disney and Marvel are a different studio, but I didn't watch the Sony Marvel collab on the latest Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
it's like or latest like I like the animated ones. Those are that's actual Sony shit, and I guess Sony animation is better, but that's just my opinions. Do you have any more takes on the actual movie?
Just one more thing that I thought was just another like detail where you're like, no fucking way, right? Mm-hmm. So, the kind of impetus of the movie is that there's a species of spider in Peru that kind of like has these supernatural abilities to heal and empower somebody.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember.
And that's where Dakota Johnson's mom went when she was pregnant, and she died and gave birth to Dakota Johnson there. Mm-hmm. But how they were able to save the baby, Dakota Johnson's character, is that there was this tribe of indigenous Peruvians that like have harnessed the power of the spider. And when they reveal them, it shows them in like this like version of like Spider-Man suit. They're like all wearing like a version of the Spider-Man suit. So it's just like so Spider-Man, like, so if we're to follow the logic here, Spider-Man got his costume. He just stole his costume idea from like an indigenous tribe.
It's cultural appropriation.
Cultural appropriation.
Throw that out. If you're woke, get that out of here. So
that was just a funny detail. It's like, God damn, Spider-Man.
It's on the same
It's kind of rude, man.
He's like burning sage as well.
Yeah, just like new age, like racist Spider-Man. Like, yeah, we just wanted to live alternative, like, more savage lifestyles.
Yeah, he's got, like, extremely rich parents. And he's
Peter Parker going on an ayahuasca journey. Yeah. He's like, I am the Spider-Man.
Like, dude, these savages have enlightened me.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
I went to a resort in Peru, and I did ayahuasca with a shaman. I was living wild, man.
Yeah, these Redskins, they really...
Oh, my God.
Dude, that was a football team. No. I'm talking about the football team. I'm talking about the football team.
Yeah, yeah. The what's the name of it now?
I'm talking about the Commanders. I'm talking about the Commanders.
You know what would have been really funny?
What's up?
If, as a response to the Washington football team changing their name from that word to the Commanders, racist people would just start calling Native American people Commanders. Like racially insensitive.
I'm gonna cut that because that's gold. Save that one, bro. Come on, that's funny as fuck. That's so funny. But I don't know. You got any last takes on Madam Web?
I just had a lot of fun with it, way more than I did with Argylle. Like,
you got any letterbox things?
Oh, we can look at.
You want to queue up, or you can? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Whatever.
I wonder what people who do like this movie think about it.
Let's see what's going on.
Next time we do this segment, I'll have some.
Yeah,
saved.
just like get some like good ones, bad ones, and then like ones that are like or just like something we can talk on.
Yeah.
But we'll cut this out. No, we'll keep this out. We'll cut this out. We'll cut this out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all just people who are like have my position. It's like it's very bad, so it's very funny.
Yeah,
just like some of these lines.
Yeah,
like there's just a part where Dakota Johnson straight face goes, "But I don't have a neuromuscular disorder." Like, just like, what? There's just some lines where it's like, it's just not normal.
That's my thing about. That's
pretty goofy.
That's my thing about Letterboxd, bro. Letterboxd, they're too memey.
Yeah, the Letterboxd people. Yeah,
they like
too many one-liners, too many bits.
I
want to read a 5-paragraph, genuine, loving review of Madam Web.
I just want to see some Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Yeah, I want to make fun of a person's real love and experience for this. I want to do something mean. You guys are getting
these guys are getting a behind the scenes look. Oh, user reviews. All right, pause now, Adrian. That's nice for me in the edit, though. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, filter by.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
What do I do?
Filter by rating.
There we go.
10 stars.
Damn. All right, Adrian, start. All right, never mind, Adrian, don't.
It's just the exact same. Yeah, all the 10-star reviews are like
they're jokes.
It's so bad. It's they're not even jokes. They're just saying like the same thing I did, which is that like it's really entertaining because it's really bad. You know, which I wouldn't give it a 10 because of that. I think I gave it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah, for sure. It's not even like, all right, Adrian, start. Okay, we looked at the IMDb reviews and like, yeah, it's like it's like even like the best reviews, like everyone's all, like they like it because it's like bad, but like even like there's so many bad movies like Argylle I would watch before I would watch Madam Web again because.
Oh shit.
But you got some.
Oh shit, we found something. I think I found something. Hold up. I'm going to read this out loud.
Go ahead.
So there are a lot of bad reviews. Okay, this is by Miles Korn. There are a lot of bad reviews and people saying this is the worst movie ever made. Well, check out Captain America, 1978, with Reb Brown, or The Fantastic Four from 1994, the Roger Corman special. And as for worst superhero movies ever made, if you think this is bad, and you really love those ones I just mentioned, then go and try and watch, or even sit through the 1990 Captain America or the 1970s Doctor Strange. And you sit through those, then maybe your opinion of this movie might just change. My 2 sons and I went to go see it Saturday night.
He's a carpenter.
And I loved it. Thought it was a great movie. I just believe that people are too picky these days and really have no imagination. Personally, though, I love movies, even bad ones, like Manos, The Hands of Fate, and the Giant Spider Invasion, and so on. This person knows movies. I don't rely on critics as they wouldn't know a good movie if it fell on them.
Dude.
For example, they hated Ghostbusters but loved Chariots of Fire.
This guy is like a Marvel movie fan from like back in the day. This guy, go ahead.
Tell me which one you would rather sit through. Movies are for entertainment only. And this movie really entertained me.
It's about escapism.
But go figure. That is exactly what I was looking for.
It's about turning your brain off. This guy's like... This
is rich.
He's like an articulate, like guy that's not... that like.
I mean, he's clearly wrong.
He's like an articulate, movie guy.
Yeah, because all of the, like, candidates he brings up are, like, low-budget, like... tie-ins with the comic industry.
Yeah,
this is like a $200 million blockbuster that like is supposed to be a vehicle for like a whole structure.
But like the 1990 Captain America and 1978 Doctor Strange, like those are like still like, or I mean maybe they're like those were adjusted for inflation at least. Like
no, those were made on fucking shoestring. But I've seen stills from those movies, man. Those are.
But like this is like I don't know. He does reference, like, Ghostbusters and shit like that. Like, this is a guy that, like, wants, like, this is a guy that, like, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe came true, like, is a thing, like, that's, like, his dream come true.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, oh, my God, I get to see, like, this is, like, the millennials that created the Marvel
This is, like, a guy who's mad that they banned his favorite porn Reddit.
Yeah.
Because it was, like, too fucked up.
Yeah. They didn't have, like, skinny blondes anymore on the porn sites. I don't know. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Okay, so at least we got that. All right, that's all I got on Madam Web.
But that's fun. All right, sorry we paused. All right, we're gonna recommend Dune 1 and Dune 2 from the Dune series that came out in 2024. Or when did the first one come out?
Like 2021.
Denis
Villeneuve.
French Canadian dude.
Yeah. How much Denis Villeneuve have you seen?
I've seen the French Canadian one, the one that's like completely
Incendies.
Incendies, you mean? That one was like it. It was really good. Like I respect him. I respect the hell out of him.
Have you seen his other stuff? What have you seen?
What's his other ones?
Like Arrival, Sicario.
I've seen Arrival. I haven't seen Sicario.
Blade Runner 2049.
I watched the beginning of the old Blade Runner. I didn't see Blade Runner 2049.
Okay.
But yeah, I respect the hell
Prisoners.
out of him. Yeah. I respect the hell out of Denis.
Yeah, I find him to be a pretty good filmmaker, and I really liked Dune 1 when I first saw it. But yeah, we're gonna. I'm
just like anti like huge like movie star faces. I guess that's like how people viewed like filmmaking back in the day. Like, oh, I'll see this movie because like big filmmakers are in it, and I guess that's how it is today. But as a film snob kind of guy today, it's kind of like annoys me to see Zendaya and fucking Timothy Chalamet in a movie, and it's like I was like genuinely like that like goes into my film watching or like film I know.
But if they're giving a good performance,
yeah,
you know,
I guess I should.
You gotta meet them at their level. They're trying to meet you, man.
But if I like,
right? Because if it's a Denis Villeneuve movie, like think about the quality of a Denis Villeneuve movie as you see it, and think about. Do you think he's unable to apply it to someone just because they're the it boy or it girl at the time? Like I think if someone's gonna work with him, they're gonna work with him.
Yeah, I guess you have to like put in his like input into like the final product. But yeah, that's the recommendation. I guess we should have saved that for next week. But we love you guys so much. Thank you for listening.
See you next week with Doom.
You guys are so beautiful.
Mwah.